What's up, everybody? Hitman BK, and today I'm doing something I haven't done. I haven't covered Destiny 2. And we just had a reveal. We just had the Destiny 2 2023 live showcase. And I put on the title of this video, Was It Enough? I want to tell you, I started this YouTube channel because I love community and I love talking about games. I have a huge passion for it. And I love Remnant 2. And so we really kind of kicked it off and grew because of Remnant 2. But over the last decade, I have played Destiny. I've played Destiny since the alpha. I have made friends because of Destiny. I have wonderful memories from Destiny. And I mean, if anybody has played it or not, or even seen their showcases, like one, their marketing team's always incredible, and it always gets me really hyped. But I really wanted to take a second and take a personal touch here to this, and I want to hear what you guys have to say too. So I hope everybody enjoys this video, and please comment on any memories you have or thoughts about this as well. And we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna kind of it just happened, so this is almost like a live reaction. So I'm gonna swap over here, and I'll be playing it again over the background as we discussed everything they just announced today, and all in the terms of asking the question of, as a longtime player, you know, what was it enough? What's the future? So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. All right, y'all. So this was the beginning of the reveal. They showed off where we were going. And honestly, I thought this was a pretty interesting take for a future of Destiny. They're essentially creating a brand new world. So anybody who's never played it gets to come into the final shape, and we all get to kind of start at the same base level, because this is going to be a entire world none of us have visited, which is obviously very refreshing as a long-term player, since we've all been, participating in these planets we've seen since the days of D1. My question is, what I find most interesting is when you look at it and they talk about it and how it's going to change, how this world gets shaped by your action. It almost feels like they're pulling from Zelda. I don't know if it's open world. They don't exactly say it, but it feels like this zone is almost inspired by the first Zelda, with this looming presence out in the distance, and you are far away from it and working your way towards it. So let me pull it up. And I'm curious to know what y'all think about this too, because obviously parts of it are reskin. Let's just say, we can say that. I think that's okay to say that. They brought back the D1 tower, which is great, in my opinion. And almost the question of the final shape is, how powerful is nostalgia? Because nostalgia is what they are banking on here. They are bringing back Cayde. They are bringing back the Destiny 1 tower. They are clearly going to be pulling from inspiration across all of Destiny to fill this traveler's heart zone, really attacking people with nostalgia. And is that enough? Is it? Personally for me, I have to say, I think it's pretty exciting. I am in queue, in case y'all looked at this right here. I'm currently in queue. I'm definitely getting the collector's edition. Uh, I'm a huge fan of D1. I love the fact that they're bringing back the Destiny 1 tower. It hits me right in the feels. So, the gotcha aspect of it definitely got me. But is it a gotcha, or will this actually, this feels fleshed out enough that I don't think this is a malicious intent on nostalgia, as much as it honestly is a love letter to the last 10 years, which I think is what the final shape needs to be. It leans into the idea of giving people who haven't played the game a space to come in and experience the ending, while also marketing and talking to the people like me who have been a part of it for so long. And this is honestly a big part of my life. There's a lot of hate around Destiny. It has taken a lot of L's this last season. This last campaign wasn't their best, especially coming off the Witch Queen. And it's had a lot of W's. Destiny has been a game that has failed, but also wildly succeeded. And they clearly learn from their mistakes and attempt to do better, which is almost anything you could ever ask from a dev. And they're not always winning at it. And you know what? That's okay too. And I think the love and the hate for this game comes from the passion and the sense of ownership players have. And And that only comes from something that's really special, like Star Wars and Halo and, you know, Harry Potter, like big IPs and big entertainment pieces that people really attach themselves to and feel that ownership with. Usually when you get the extreme trolls or haters on it, it literally just comes from just how much passion people have for this game. On top of that, though, I thought was interesting is this is the new enemy type. It sounds like they actually fully fledged out an enemy type that's going to be ever present in the world, which I think is really cool. This is the first time they've really done this. In every game, there's usually like a new guy, but he only appears like in Nightfalls and stuff. So I think this is actually a huge W. Finally adding in an enemy type catered to this planet that seems very formidable and increasing hopefully what looks like to be player enemy density. I'm like nervous, y'all. This is weird. I'm like nervous. But is it enough? Is it enough? What did you think is right now? Like, keep asking yourself the question: is pushing past the nostalgia? Is this enough? That's the question I'm constantly going to ask, and then I'll answer it in the end. Personally, how I feel. So yeah, we're gonna get this new destination. We're gonna get these new enemies, and we're gonna be working towards a campaign to close off the last 10 years, and that's gonna happen in the raid, mind you. So you're not going to get to beat the game in the campaign and it's going to be over. The raid will be against the witness and in the final shape. And upon completing the raid, the entire world opens up and they say will be shaped by your actions. We don't know what that really means, but again, this almost sounds like Zelda E and how it's just we're going to open up and have this like fully open world, and it's going to just kind of alter around us, which design wise, obviously this is this is incredible. The design of this just looks absolutely amazing, which is very typical Bungie. They are incredible skyboxes and designers. Their worlds and levels always look really good. They are bringing back new abilities. There are no new abilities, right? So again, we're kind of in this shape of like, is it new? Is it net new? Is it reskins? I'm interested in these new supers. The Warlock one looks dope. I'm a Warlock main. I'm excited to see this. The Titan Axe looks really cool, and the Hunter Blink like crazy ability looks cool. If you didn't watch it, essentially Warlock is getting a fire ability, leaning back into Radiance from D1 with a lot of sort of tracking with your grenades and stuff. The Titan is actually getting a long range ability where you can throw an axe that hits people, as you can see right here, and it explodes, and then your friends can grab the axe and pick it up and take it to the enemy, which looks really cool. And it's a first for the Titans to have such a long distance ability. And it's it sounds too like essentially Warlock is getting fire, Titans getting void, and Hunters are getting a new arc ability. And I think that seems to be it. They didn't announce anything else, so I'm going to assume that is indeed it. And the Hunter's arc ability is going to be to throw out this like spear thing. You throw it out, you teleport to it as you're saying, and you spin around and kill everyone. The power of this game, the power feel, right? The ability to feel like a superhero has always been really, really good. I'm sure these abilities are going to be really cool. They tie into the aspects and things that people have been doing, which is really exciting. So I think that's really cool. And then they also show off like obviously some new exotics here. So you've got this Tessellation exotic, which is going to adapt to all the forms of light and dark, which will be the first of its kind, as well as they are bringing back oldies. So again, it sounds like Final Shape is really pulling, the Kostrobot's finally coming back, is really pulling from all of Destiny. But is that enough? Is that okay with you? Or and I'm gonna tell you right now, for me, it is. I'm nervous because I'm not just telling you guys how excited I am, but I also want to try to be. I want to provide you with information so you can decide for yourself, but I'm very excited. I think it is enough. I think this makes sense for the finality of the game, to pull on nostalgia, to bring back the old weapons, to add in new stuff, to play into the light because we're inside the Traveler, to finally give us this new area and this new enemy, and provide it in a way where you're kind of like seeing where you're going and getting to this end, and then participating in the raid and closing off the final shape. For me, it's really special. And to see this man right here, to see him come back is reason enough for me to buy this game. I'm not even going to lie to you. I think everybody in the community who's been a part of Destiny since the first one is absolutely loves Cayde, and I cannot be happier to see Nathan Fillion back in the chair playing as Cayde and having him as our guide in this new world. I think that is I think that's just perfect. And it got me in the feels. I was just like, yes, I mean, like this is great. This is going to be really fun. And as much as I think that they're leaning into stuff for new people, I definitely think Final Shape is feeling like something they were making for the fans and to close off a decade journey in Destiny. And I don't think you can do that without Cayde. So I'm incredibly happy to see him come back. In terms of the new seasonal stuff, this is interesting. I'm definitely going to start the new season today. I'm definitely going to play it. And the stuff with Eris more turning into this high beast and then bringing in a deck of cards that's going to like buff you looks really cool. Obviously, we need to get hands on. The thing about these videos is it's called Season of the Witch. The thing about Destiny's videos you always have to remember is they're an incredible marketing team. They make things look really good, and then it's all about like getting hands-on to really see like how they're playing. I was not a fan of the last season. I have not played since I beat Lightfall. I'm happy to I always jump back in. The seasonal structures for me always seem kind of weird, so I'm happy to report on all of that. Let's get into some the big changes. Is they are actually changing after Final Shape. Seasons are going away, and they're going to start something called Acts. They're going to start something called Acts. They're right here. Let's see. So there's going to be 3 acts in the future, which episodes. I'm sorry, 3 episodes, and each episode is going to have 3 acts that last 6 weeks, and these look really, really cool. I actually think this could be really good. This is going to lean into more cinematic storytelling, and as you can see right here, the first one is going to be called Echoes. You're going to get a new exotic weapon, a new exotic mission, new quests, artifact mods, new story, pass ranks, activities, rewards, weapons, and armor. And they're going to do this. This is the new seasonal model. And this is the reason to do this is to provide people every 6 weeks substantial cinematic story on top of new content and new modes. So in theory, this sounds actually way more enticing to me than seasons and could be a very, very, very good structure. We obviously won't. Oh, I think my video just died. We're just going to turn it off. We obviously won't know until we see it, right? I'm sure there's going to be things on it we all are going to like and are not going to like. But in general, I actually think this is a great new structure for seasonal models. And that's really all I'm going to say about that because we don't know enough to know how good it is. The last big changes I want to talk about that I think are incredible are they're adding in ways to get with friends, better ways to play together. And that is what Destiny is all about. That is why I play it for so long, is because it is a game built on creating a community and hanging out with that community and playing with buds. And that's where the game really shines. And they are adding in a way now where you can come in with raids. They're adding in a fire team finder in the game. You're going to be able to join raids even if you're under power because it'll pull you up to the highest power of somebody in your lobby, and there will still be difficulty stuff as well tied to nightfalls. There will be content that is locked at a certain light, so you can kind of like have a better understanding of power and what you can and cannot do, and also not be gate locked on stuff with your buddies, which is a massive win. I've had friends fall off the game because they like didn't feel like they were at the power level they needed to be at to participate in raiding, and it turned them off. And so having them come in and fix that and create just more opportunity for people to play together is a massive win. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this works. And another big thing they're adding is the ability to replay pivotal moments in the story, and that is starting today. Again, this is something we need to get hands-on to see, but that also seems really huge and provides people with these like bite-sized chunks of levels of going back and seeing these pivotal moments in Destiny. And they said they're even adding in a little bit more lore to kind of like help put into context just how important those moments are. And I think that's great as well. So the question again was this enough? And for me, it definitely is. I'm going to jump right in today into the season. I can't wait to see if I fall into this card system and how well these high powers work. And if that power play feels really good, maybe this will be the first season I actually finish. We will see. But in general, for Final Shape and moving on, this did a great job getting me excited for Final Shape. This got me really excited for 2024 to see what happens in Destiny, what happens in the Final Shape, and how this new structure is going to work and what that's going to feel like. Because I want nothing more than to restart another clan, get a whole bunch of people together, and fall in love with Destiny all over again. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Sound off in the comments. What a showcase. Congratulations to Bungie. 10 years. We're finally going to see the close of the Light and Dark saga and find out what's coming next. So was it enough? I think so. I'm Hitman BK. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and come join our Filthy Casual Discord. I put the link down below. I appreciate everyone who watches this stuff. I love hanging out with you guys. Come find me in Discord, join our voice chats. Let's all hang out together. And until next time, like, subscribe, later.